Greetings everyone, and welcome to Kaiju Movie Review. Did you ever notice how many giant creature movies came out in the 50s and 60s? So many were released that it can be difficult to know which ones are worth watching. Today's movie just happens to fall into that category. I remember enjoying this film when I was younger, so let's see if it's worth watching anymore. So here is The Black Scorpion from 1957. I was kind of pumped going into this film, as I love movies with giant insects and arachnids, but as I got into the movie, I started noticing elements of the script that were very similar to the giant ant movie Them. A series of earthquakes have caused the sudden formation of a new volcano in Mexico. Dr. Hank Scott and Dr. Arturo Ramos, a pair of geologists, are sent to investigate this new land formation. On the way, they stop at a farmhouse for water. They discover the house has been damaged, a wrecked police cruiser, and no one in sight. Continuing their journey, they come across the small village San Lorenzo, where they hear of more disappearances. Most of the villagers say it is the work of a demon bull. The geologists leave the village and arrive at the volcano, where they meet a local rancher, Teresa Alvarez. She takes the two back to her ranch to give them a chance to wash up. During their stay, Hank falls for Teresa, but their fun is short-lived. The ranch is suddenly attacked by a giant scorpion. At the same time, another scorpion assaults San Lorenzo. Assuming that the scorpions must have come from underground, the scientists and a small group head toward the volcano. They discover a new opening caused by the recent volcanic activity. Hank and Arturo are lowered into the chasm to locate and destroy the giant scorpions. There are quite a few scorpions, but there tends to be a lot of focus on a particularly large one. All of them possess the same abilities, but they are all things you would expect a giant scorpion to have. They are very powerful, immune to bullets, and can be fast when they need to be. While they appear to be semi-communal, the big one has no problem killing others of its kind. There are a few additional creatures in the movie, a strange-looking worm and a trapdoor crab spider thing. Something interesting to note about these extras is that they were supposed to be used in the lost spider pit sequence from the original King Kong. Probably the best thing about this movie are the special effects. Not all of them, but the stop-motion animation that was done by Willis O'Brien. I'm not going to go into Mr. O'Brien's career, as it would take up more time than I have for this review. But here are a few movies you might have seen his effect work in. The Lost World, 1925, King Kong from 1933, and Son of Kong, also from 1933. It's really amazing how they can give it such lifelike movement using this type of animation. Even the way the scorpions move is very similar to their real-life counterparts. They must have done a lot of research beforehand. Now, the rest of the effects in the movie are about average or a little below, and are often overshadowed by the stop motion. Overall, the special effects are the highlight of the movie. The acting is average, the story is average, with only minimal slow spots toward the beginning of the film. With all that, it seems to be shaping up to be an above-average movie, but there are a few bad things that take away from it. They recycle a lot of clips with the scorpions throughout the show. They do it so often that it ends up becoming annoying. Also, there are a few noticeable continuity errors too. If you are a fan of these movies and you still haven't seen this one, I would say check it out if you get the chance. For non-fans, it's pretty average, so you might like it, you might not. I say this movie's at least worth a 3 out of 5.